Hey, I'm back with another video, and today I'm gonna do a girl talk and just give advice about boys. So a couple weeks ago, I had someone reach out to me and was like, well, can you give us advice on boys? I don't know how I feel about this topic just because I feel like I just turned 21. I don't think I have much experience. I know there's so much left for me to learn. So it's kind of like I don't know if what I have to offer will help someone, but I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. So I'm gonna start off with having standards. I think every girl should have standards, and you should never lower them for anyone, because the minute you lower them for someone, that's just where you mess up. They're your standards on everything else, they're never gonna meet it. And it's kind of like, well, you made that okay. And you need to remember that you're the queen. You're the prize. You set the boundaries. You set the tone for what that interaction, that relationship is gonna be. So something that I noticed dealing with little boys, because that's what you deal with when you're at this age, and I'm a firm believer that women are way more mature than men, especially at the early 20s. We just know what we want for the most part, and they usually don't, or they're just not upfront about it, don't know how to be. So when you're talking to a guy, this has been my experience. Everything I'm going to speak on is very personal. If you disagree, like maybe you've had a different experience. So anytime I have talked to a guy and we're gonna meet up for the first time, it's always like, what do you want to do? That's the first sign that you're dealing with a little boy. Asking me what I want to do, like, you need someone that's gonna tell you, I want to take you here. We're gonna go here. When are you free? So I could do this with you. So the majority of the time when a guy asks you, what do you want to do? Usually they want to see what's your vibe. They want to see if you're just trying to mess around or if you want a relationship, depending on your answer. So I used to be the type of girl that I was like, oh, I get it. He doesn't want to spend money on me because he doesn't know me. That's fine. No, that's not fine. I know me. I know what I have to offer. You asking me what I want to do? Oh, I'm going to tell you. I want you to take me out to eat. Let's go to Cheesecake Factory. Let's go to this place I know. Let's go to Havana Cafe. You ask me what I want to do. Let's go to Rose Mansion. It's like some museum, some champagne museum my friend told me about. I didn't even know about it until like 2 weeks ago. Let's go to an ice cream museum. You ask me what I wanted to do. 9 times out of 10, if he's a little boy and he doesn't want to spend money and all he wants to do is mess around, he doesn't actually want a relationship, he's gonna dub it. And when he does, I really hope you never respond to him again, because he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back, try to talk to you again, whether it's a couple of days later, a week later, months from then, even years. Because not too long ago, I had someone from like 3 years ago come back, and I was like, whoa. So that's step one, like, don't settle. So, and that goes from first dates. You got to set the tone from the beginning. You want something serious with this person, things like that, showing like I want to go on a date, that's an indication like you're not just about to just chill with me and it's gonna be fun. Nah, we're not doing that. And I think that's where usually girls mess up. Like even me, like I would be like, oh, I don't know, surprise me. They can go surprise you. If they have a car, they're gonna pick you up and y'all gonna have a long conversation. That's about it. And if they don't have a car, they probably gonna ask you when you have the free, like when no one's in your house, or when you could go to their house and no one's there, and y'all just gonna chill. No, ain't nobody got time for that. You know, I mean, that's just speaking from my perspective. Like I don't got time for that. If we're not doing something productive, I'm not talking to you. That's it. All right, now I'm gonna talk about like double texting, calling them, arguing. If you are in the talking stage with someone, they are not your official partner, significant other, why are you double texting him? If you double texting him, that means he hasn't responded to you and you want him to respond. No, just cut him off. You should not be talking to anyone that doesn't want to talk to you. If you have to double text him, I'm gonna let you know right now, he's on his phone. He's just not responding to you. He doesn't have time for you. And you don't have time to talk to anyone that picks and chooses when to talk to you. That's not what we're gonna do. No. You're a queen. You need to demand things. And that's something you should demand. You're not an option. If he calls you, don't always pick up. Don't always be available. Be busy. Keep yourself busy. Because something about these boys is that they get hyped up when they feel like they always have access to you whenever they want. Life is not like that. I had a life before you. I'm gonna have a life during you, and I'm gonna have a life after. You need to go with the mentality that that is not the last person that you're ever gonna be with in your life, like talk to in your life, because the reality is not. Especially if you're near my age or younger, it's not. Like, you're gonna come across so many people in your life, and everyone that comes into your life is for a reason and to teach you something. So that's why you need to have that mentality. And if you have a mentality like this person is gonna be in my life forever, you're setting yourself up for a heartbreak. That, my friend, because then you started making plans of how you want the future to be. Maybe he's even doing that, because that's happened to me where I was just talking and he was telling me how, like, when he meets my mom and I'll meet his mom, or like when we're together we'll do this, we'll do that, planting little seeds in my brain. And then it's like you start to believe it. You start to create this picture in your mind. Then when he's no longer there, it makes it hurt more, because it's like I expected all these things with you. Nuh-uh. Cut it out. Now a guy tried to tell me, "Ooh, I can't wait to." Don't tell me. Just do it. Just do it. And don't be surprised if I'm not impressed, because it takes a lot to impress me. Because I know what I have to offer. And you're not going to impress me with basic stuff. Flowers don't impress me. Chocolates don't impress me. Materialistic things don't impress me, because I have a lot to offer intellectually. So I'm going to need that in return and then some. This is how it is. Like, I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm a queen. I know I have so many amazing qualities. You better know that when you start messing with me. This is what it is. And if you don't start realizing it, you really missed out. And that's the mentality you have to have with any person you go into. Also, if you only talking to a guy, why you arguing with him? Drop that. That ain't even your man, and you're arguing. What are you doing? Let it go. Anytime you're talking to a guy, it should always be honeymoon phase. If you don't know what honeymoon phase is, everything looks like chocolates and flowers, chocolates and roses. Everything seems great. We're going on dates. He calls me beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. All that little cute stuff, that should be happening throughout the whole talking stage, because it's the beginning. If you try to start an argument with me during the talking stage, you're not gonna have a response, because I ain't giving you that energy. When did you prove that you deserve that energy from me? We're not doing that. We're not. If you're not doing something I want, you're not meeting my standards, someone else will. And that's why I'm not settling. That's just how it is. And the minute you start having that mentality, people are going to stop walking all over you. Because the problem is that from the first time you meet a guy, you set your standards. You set the tone for what that's going to be like. And if you from the beginning are kind of like, oh, it's okay, like he's doing this, oh, it's fine, like I'm good with. No, you're not fine. Demand what you want. And if he's not doing it, on to the next. Someone else will. Drop that. Make that someone else's problem. We don't want it. I'm guilty of this. I went into something thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna find anyone like this. Like, he's great. Thinks about the future. I love this. There are billions of people out there. There's someone else that's thinking more than he is. I always had this mentality when I was younger, and maybe even a couple months ago, like, I don't want to give up on something so quick, because I never want to look back at it and think, what if? Like, what if I just would have powered through? What if he really wants you, you won't have to power through anything. Anything. I promise you're not going to regret leaving. You're not going to regret leaving, because later later on along the line, you're gonna come across someone that is gonna offer you more than what you ever expected, and then you're gonna realize he could have never. I think the best part of like getting over a guy is when you start realizing how corny he is, or how whack he is, or how way like off your standards he is. Like, he's not even close to my standards. That's the best part. And you need to realize that, you know, if you're hurt right now, I'm in there with you, sister. Like, I'm still in that boat, but it takes a while. It does get easier with time, it really does. But you need to start changing your perspective. If you were talking to someone and they hurt you, you're gonna be in this phase of like, you know, wow, I'm hurt, how could they have done that to me? But you also need to think about how much of a blessing that was. You have to change your perspective. Like, yeah, he hurt me, but he taught me what I don't want. He taught me that I deserve more. He taught me to actually feel that way. Because, you know, it's different to say I love myself, or like I'm the best, and feeling it. Because when you feel it, it shows. How you carry yourself, what you accept and what you don't accept from people. I don't accept that. Listen, even if you're a friend, I'm not no, we're not doing this. You're not gonna be a half-ass friend. If you're not gonna be a real friend, don't be in my life at all. That's it. It's not even talking about romantic relationships. Like, don't ever be an option any kind of way in your life. Give yourself that value. You're no one's option ever. And if you need to remind yourself. Like, that's literally my lock screen. I'm no one's option. Because it's true, I'm not. I should always be top 2 and not number 2. I really dislike when women speak about their standards and they're like, oh, maybe I'm asking for too much. You're not asking for enough. Don't ever think that your standards are asking for too much. You know what's the problem? He's not offering enough. Let it go. It's easier said than done to let someone go that you've invested your time and your energy into getting to know each other, and then having to start all over with someone else in the future. I know it's easier said than done, but you're not gonna regret it. If he has you questioning the situation or relationship that y'all have, if he has you stressing because he's not responding, he's not calling you, he's acting different, a man that's really down for you is not gonna act different. Let it go. He don't want you. He just don't want to see you with someone else. Let it go. And if you don't see it right now, or maybe you do see it, you just don't want to accept it, you just don't want to let it go, eventually you'll get there. You're gonna see it for yourself, and you're gonna end up letting him go anyways. It's just gonna hurt more when you do it down the line, because, you know, the more time that passes, your feelings start growing more and things like that. But when that moment comes, just know that you are strong. Whatever you go through, you're strong. No one can dumb down your pain. Only you know what you're feeling. And after that, you will never accept that from anyone else. And that is the best gain out of dealing with someone that was whack. You realize you'll never accept that from anyone else. Listen, if his actions are not matching his words, drop him. He don't even know what he wants. Chances are he doesn't know what he wants, or he does and he's not man enough to tell you, or he doesn't want to tell you that he doesn't want a relationship because he doesn't want to let you go and see you with someone else, just like what I was saying. The problem with men is that they're selfish and they don't know how to let you go. They want to do them, but they don't want you to do you. Nuh-uh, that's not what we're doing. We're not accepting that. You're not accepting anything less. You deserve more. Give yourself that value. If you don't give yourself the value, no one else is. And that's why many of my previous relationships or situations, whatever it was, have failed, because I was in a place where I never gave myself that value. So how were they gonna give it to me? And sometimes I felt like they tried to give it to me, but it's like I've just made it so easy to be like I didn't have any standards kind of thing. Now I look back and I'm like, I would never do that now. Like, I would never. But it's all about a growing process. Don't regret nothing, because it makes you who you are. And I had to learn that the hard way. Like, I was at a place in my life where every day I would just be like, I wish I never met him, I wish I never did this, I wish I would have never put myself in a predicament to cross paths with this person. Nah, I learned so much from them that I'm grateful for. And it makes me who I am now. It makes me so confident in myself. It makes me know that I don't accept nothing less. Like I was telling my girls the other day, like if and when I ever do decide to start talking to guys again, because I'm at a phase where I'm like, yo, these little boys, because this is the thing, boys our age, they're boys and they want to act like they're men, but they're really not. They're really not, and they're trash, and they're just like, we not at the same, like, I don't even know how to put it. I feel like I'm thinking so far ahead where these boys are not. So what's the point of me investing myself into something if I know this person, if I know the majority of people around me don't have the same energy to offer? So I'm just not gonna do it. So I'm in a phase of my life where I'm just within myself, within my own company. I literally tell my friends I'm my own muse, because I really am. I'm so content with being by myself that I don't need to talk to anyone. I don't need that entertainment. I take myself on dates. I buy myself gifts. Like sometimes I know people that have this mentality like, oh, just choppy him. I ain't got choppy no one because I got my own money. I'm at a point in my life where I just don't want to talk to guys. But if and when it happens, because you know I am aware that I'm young, like that's subject to change. Like next month I could be talking to someone. I don't know. But I'm in a place right now where I really don't want to, and I'm not interested, and I just be like dodging everyone, because it's just like, it's not a vibe right now. I'm really in tune with myself, and I love it. I love this process I'm in. I love the fact that I'm in this place in my life, because I never have been, and I think that's very important for anyone to go through. Just a phase of knowing yourself and loving yourself, and it takes a while. Like self-love is a life process, I think, in my opinion. So if and when I do decide to talk to someone, like I was telling my friends, like if we go out on a date and he drops me off and he doesn't wait for me to walk inside my building, he's not getting a text back from me. Like it's just little things like that I refuse to settle for. In other words, it doesn't matter how small it is. If it means something to you, don't ever like say like it's, oh, I'm beasting, I'm doing too much. No, you're not. You're just not accepting little. And that's how it should be. You should never accept less. My last point, always remember you're the prize. You're the queen. He's lucky to be in your presence. I had a guy once tell me, like, not to be cocky, but you should feel lucky to be with me right now. You want to know what's the worst part of this story? I stayed talking to him. I just think back to that and I'm like, do you know who I am? Do you know how kind, caring, determined, motivated, beautiful, intellectual, so many more things I am? And I would just laugh when I think back to that person, because it's like you just really start realizing how whack these people are. And you know what? That's the best feeling. I feel like I don't have much experience, but I hope I can talk to someone out there. Just know that if you're thinking about letting someone go, just because you're thinking about it, that's already your answer. Let it go. If it's not making you happy, it's bringing stress to you, no guy is worth stress. Because when a guy is really down for you, you ain't never gonna be stressed. He's gonna be so far on you, always making sure you're good. You ain't never gonna be stressed. Let it go from now. Why are you settling for a little boy that won't even buy you a meal? Don't do it. Don't do it. And this is what they are. They're little boys. And coming from New York City, if you're from New York City, if you find is even more difficult, in my opinion, to find a real man. And let's be honest, the majority of the people you find you talking to, they're little boys. Might as well just wait. Just wait. And have fun. Go out with your friends. Love yourself. Spoil yourself. You don't have to be within the presence of a man. That's just giving more power to them. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. That's the way that I see it. Listen, I don't talk to nobody and I'm chilling. I'm making my money. I'm not stressing about nobody texting me back. You know, a couple people might be tight after seeing this video because they thought it was something, but it's not. I don't care. And you know what's the craziest part? Men love when women are like that. Men love when women want to be like, nah, I want to talk to you. When you don't want to talk to them, they be on you. Like, they be wanting a relationship. But when you want to talk to them and you want something serious, they either just want to mess around or they're not interested no more. Because you're open to it. And that's just what it is. You know what? keep bettering yourself, keep doing things that help you, pick up new hobbies. If you are going through, quarantine is hard. Like, it forces you to face so many feelings that you have suppressed for a while, and that's what's happening to me. Like, I bottled up so many feelings about previous things that now they're coming out, and it's like, it gets hard. That's why I haven't posted a video for a while. Well, it's only really been a week, but it feels like a while. But yeah, it does get difficult, like being in your head all day. Find things that'll keep you busy. Like, I started reading again. I used to be like such a big I used to be such a big bookworm, and then life, I guess, like after college, I just didn't find time for it. Now I'm like reading. I journal a lot. I started baking. Like, the other day I made chocolate chip cookies from scratch with my brother. Like, talk to your family. My brother and I have gotten so close with this quarantine because he's really seen me, like, just be in my feelings and feeling everything and getting through it. And he's just been such a great support system. I love him so much. Like, I don't know what I would do without my siblings. I love them so. I love all of them so much. And my sisters, they have been such a huge support system. Like, bond with your family. The other day we had like a karaoke session, and it's things like that that just reminds me I have so much more to be grateful for. Like, my romantic life sucks, but it doesn't compare. That's nothing next to my professional life, my academic life. The fact that I have a family. I really hope this video helps someone out there. Please stay tuned for more videos. My brother has actually liked doing videos, so he wants to do more videos with me, so catch more of him on my channel. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos. Peace.